a non-American, writing about a random state I've never been in like it's the worst place on earth, knowing full well someone is going to agree with me. It literally doesn't matter. You can pick any of the 50 states. There will always be people like, yeah, you're right. Like, I'm trying to think of a single state that would get like the least. Maybe Alaska, because it's just like jammed in another corner and everyone forgets about it. Nikolai Tesla was a Serb, small brain. Nikolai Tesla was a Croat, bigger brain. Nikolai Tesla was an American, even bigger brain. Tesla Miklos was a Hungarian, bigger brain. No, he was actually Romanian. We're getting more galaxy brain. Nikolai Tesla was Polish, but no one can defeat the greatest of them all. I forgot his rarely used Turkic name. This actually explains everything. I always like looking into his background information. He was a Serbian American born in Croatia under the Austrian Empire. Yet to top it all off, Tesla's ancestors were actually near Montenegro. Honestly, yeah, let's just all agree he's from Turkey. Your American grandma texting you good morning versus your German grandma texting you guten morgen versus your Italian grandma texting you this versus your epic Polish grandma giving you just a beautiful kind note. Or it's actually one of those like picture things that grandmas love to text. Grandmas that send images like this are the greatest. I think they cross all cultures too. American grandma texting good morning, French grandma texting bonjour, Spanish grandma texting buenos dias versus Russian grandma texting little cat photos. I don't even know really how to respond to these. Usually I'm just like, thanks grandma. Like I said, it doesn't matter what country you're from. Everyone has a different version of these. Authentic Italian pizza is expensive and unsliced, uneven sauce, burnt spots everywhere. Mamma mia, burna the pizza. Meanwhile, versus real American pizza, Domino's. Cooked to perfection, cheap, perfectly round, plenty of toppings, and delivered in under 30 minutes. Enjoy your pizza, sir. Yum. I feel like it is a common thing for a lot of American tourists that visited Italy to have this experience. I'm not gonna lie, this also kind of happened to me. But at the same time, you really gotta make sure you're not in like a tourist trap area, which I'm sure is happening to a lot of people. You gotta find that place in the middle of nowhere in Italy that's like a little hole in the wall. That's gonna get the good pizza. I'm actually like low-key also terrified of this happening if I were to go to Mexico. Like if the food isn't amazing, it's gonna destroy my entire world. UK surveillance systems versus USA surveillance systems versus the Giga Chad of them all, Mexico surveillance systems. And there's actually a lot of places around the world that are like this. The Balkans, a lot of places in Southeast Asia as well. You just can't go wrong here. Oh yeah, new Lego set just dropped, and it's a commemorative piece as well. May we never forget the Chinese balloon incident of 2023. Denmark's gonna profit so much off of this. Massachusetts police on their hunt for a 200-pound stolen Shrek statue. Talk about your average day in Massachusetts. Pretty regular day here, nothing out of the norm. I love how there's a literal manhunt to try to find this fiend. Let's get a bounty, $40,000 to find this.
The department is looking for the public's help.
I mean,
located.
Actually, I don't want to say that because I don't want to put up the money for it.
Police department is looking for the public's help.
I mean, it's such a glorious statue
Shrek
too.
Sculpture. According to the Hatfield Police Department,
I mean,
200-pound cement sculpture.
That's the
Shrek
weird part.
Has gone missing from a home on Mountain Road. If anyone has
It's literally so huge, it's kind of like, how did they do this? God, what are they doing down there? Angel, they're making milk from almonds. What? I gave them like 8 animals to get milk from. They don't like that milk. You can see why God is a little bit confused here. Seriously? Even humans can make milk. Yeah, we still out here resorting to almonds. At this point, I'm forgetting all the different variations. There's soy milk, rice milk, coconut milk, hemp milk, cashew milk. When does it end? Philippines expands U.S. access to military bases. The United States and the Philippines announced a deal Thursday to give U.S. troops access to another 4 bases in Southeast Asian nation as the longtime allies seek to counter China's military rise. I don't think they were expecting more American cameos in this area. This is what happens when you fly balloons, I guess. The uncontacted tribes of Myrtle Beach watching an F-22 destroy their newly discovered balloon god. Sometimes that's all you need, though. Department of Defense, we won't shoot down a balloon because it will put the civilian population at risk. Meanwhile, the civilian population over northern Montana. A lot of things to worry about out here in this state. They just have so much going on. France is a European country, right? Right. So why is its longest border shared with Brazil? Yeah, I remember the first time I learned about this. I literally couldn't sleep for like a week. The country France shares its longest border with is in fact Brazil because of French Guyana down here in South America. Funny enough, that also means the largest national park in the European Union is in South America as well. Spain, how dare the British think they own Gibraltar? It's clearly Spanish. Also Spain at the very same time. Yeah, they have their own little Gibraltars. It's just in Morocco. It's kind of weird how that works exactly. Like, it is like their own version of Gibraltar. Maybe if they give this back to Morocco, the British will give them back Gibraltar. The final boss when you battle him versus the final boss when you unlock him as a playable character. Literally the biggest empire of all time, controlling 25% of the Earth's landmass. But then as soon as I unlock him, he literally just decides to do this. And he actually might get even smaller than that at some point. In Canada, they use special stickers to slow down the car. Meanwhile, in my country, we use the 3D techniques. A little bit more practical, I would definitely say. It's like a movie though. Like, I much rather prefer them actually do it than do like the CGI. Nobody wants to see this fake stuff anymore. So tell me, Croatia, you're on the western tip of the Balkans, you're in the EU, and as of 2023, you're part of the oh no, not that word again. Schengen area and Eurozone, if I remember correctly. Schengen. The Schengen area. Okay, so anyways, Croatia has all these things going on with it. Wouldn't that make you a Westoid? Oh no, I think they got him. I think they are slowly converting over. It's only a matter of time. Can't believe they're becoming so Western. The Balkans are slowly turning into Westoids. Croatia and Slovenia are good examples. That's what I was gonna say next. Slovenia has definitely been a part of that whole train for a while. I wonder who will be the next to fall. Could it be like Albania or somebody? That's it. No more Kosovo. Y'all couldn't behave, so I put it somewhere else. Unfortunately, I don't think that's gonna solve any of the problems. Now everyone's gonna argue who owns this lake. When Spaniards describe their day, first a quick nap, then lunch, followed by an even longer nap. Wait, I'm not even Spaniard. This sounds just like me. Gotta take those midday siestas. It's very important for my health. Who wants Belgium to dissolve? Oh, literally everyone. Who wants to take Wallonia? Yeah, I guess that would be a problem. I mean, obviously, North Belgium or Flanders would go to the Dutch, but even though Wallonia speaks French, I don't even know if France wants this area. Maybe we could just do the Kosovo strategy of just like taking it and pushing it somewhere else. Oh, I forgot the Germans are always down to take new territory in. Workaholic Germans complaining about lazy Italians. Meanwhile, me, after 1 hour of work in a row, I despise working for more than 1 hour in a row. What am I, a literal slave? German Chad speaking to a Dutch Chad, both saying, my friend. French Chad speaking to a Spanish Chad, both saying, my friend. Swedish Chad speaking to a Danish Chad, my friend. Meanwhile, Irish Chad speaking to a British Chad, I should have known this was going to be too good to be true. I feel like I was most taken back by the Danish and Swedish outwardly saying they're friends. Kind of a friendly rivalry. Maybe they wouldn't say it out loud. It seems like most people are arguing that Spain really doesn't like France. France doesn't have any friends, I guess. Ooh, a guide how to speak Polish. We have the C and Z, which sounds like ch, the S and Z, which sounds like s, the D and Z, which sounds like zzz, the R and Z, which sounds like bzzz. I have no idea what this N is supposed to be. And we have this special S with a sh. All right, I think I'm ready to read some Polish words. Doesn't seem too hard. Okay, I'm literally not going to be able to use any of the things I just learned.
Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry. That actually doesn't seem too hard. Ooh, the good food / booze ratio. We have Slovakia with good booze, but not good food. Hungary with good food, but not good booze. Czechia with both good food and good booze. Meanwhile, Poland without food and without booze. Oh man, don't tell me this is true. I guess I've never honestly heard about what Polish food is like. Seems to be a lot of people arguing about all this. Fellas, if your girl takes after her father, supports mandatory military service, and is loyal to China, that's not actually your girl. That's Sara Duterte. Oh, the daughter to Rodrigo Duterte, the guy from the Philippines. And I thought we were just talking about Mulan too. Ooh, turning Chile into cringe speedrun. Oh wow, I thought you were gonna go in a completely different direction. Okay, you went, actually, so you did it in 7.93 seconds. You seem very excited about that too. But you honestly could have done it in probably like 0.67. It's actually not that hard to go from Chile to cringe. Argentinos, seeing that they have to side with Chile in order to defeat Brazil. Yeah, they definitely don't like Chile, but I do think their #1 enemy is definitely Brazil. Or is it actually the British and the Falklands? I don't even know. They have a lot of enemies. It doesn't matter if you're a peach farmer from Georgia, a NASCAR driver from Alabama, a trader from South Carolina, French from Louisiana, a Walmart employee from Arkansas, afraid of the snow from North Carolina, a pop country singer from Tennessee, a horse racer from Kentucky, a CIA agent from Virginia, egotistical from Texas, or even an addict from Florida. We all are not very smart, except they used a different word. But did you just summarize the entire Deep South? Deep South unity for the win. Being born in Alabama, I feel like a disgrace to my state. I'm not a NASCAR driver, but I'm actually so down to go to Dega one year. Dega 19, the $815 billion defense budget, crying crying in this little corner, trying to hide from a big scary balloon. It's just way too powerful. It's so one-sided. Maybe we need to increase it to a trillion. Sitcoms in the US. Oh, The Office. What a swell show. For the last episode, let's have all the characters cry about how great their stupid jobs are. Meanwhile, sitcoms in the UK. What an excellent piece of television. Indeed, for the finale, we're gonna have all the characters go over the top to be mowed down by a machine gun. Wait, what exactly did you guys do right here? What happened to Mr. Bean and House, the doctor? Blackadder here is making me want to watch more British television, that's for sure. A graph with the y-axis being the jokes actually made versus on the x-axis, things to joke about. England all the way in the corner. There's a lot of material for those jokes, and they are the butt of many of them. Can't forget about France and Spain too. They also get a nice amount of credit. There's less things to joke about with Belgium, but they still do find a way to get in a lot of the memes. Now, Italy has plenty of things to joke about, but yeah, maybe they're underrepresented in a lot of the memes. Same goes for like Portugal and Greece, that's for sure. A lot of things to talk about with the Netherlands, but I don't think they are nearly represented enough. We need to start coming after them harder. Meanwhile, these places have plenty of material, but never really show up. The Vatican, Finland, Scotland, Ireland, Norway, Iceland, oh, and then Switzerland's just got nothing. It's just like something neutral, and then that's about it. How can we turn things around? We need to change it all up. I've noticed that like it kind of depends on the time period. Some weeks there will be like some random obscure countries that get a lot of the exposure. I really like that stuff. Gotta share with all the countries. And big thanks to my patrons. Drew, I forgot to kidnap you. Next date is March 19th, 2023. The Polish, Lithuanian, Commonwealth, Taylor, Portugal
John,
is
Denver,
not Balkans.
good ol' Rye,
Trip 44,
Iowa,
aka Drew, if you
Barbados
don't come to
Ball,
Krakow,
Drew's,
Poland, I will find you.
Argentinian grandpa,
$20 is a lot.
Why am I doing
Carol
this?
S.
Drew
and
does every
Zane's
boy
Goth
for
Girl,
$20.
Jack Traven's annoying friends,
LuxembourgLover,
Robert S.
RyeThePie,
Anime,
the
Shrek,
Mexican
Twickenhamster,